Modern high-end architecture is driven by a desire to completely erase the boundary between the living area and the landscape. The goal is an unbroken line of sight, where the structure itself seems to disappear. But maintaining that transparent aesthetic in Southeast Asia is a constant struggle. This region faces environmental realities that most residential glass wasn't built for. Structures must withstand intense seasonal typhoons, extreme wind loads, and periods of relentless driving rain. Standard luxury sliding doors engineered for the mild climates of Europe often fail under these specific tropical pressures. When the pressure rises, water breaches the tracks, and wind compromises the thin frames. Historically, builders solved this through defensive methods: thick aluminum frames, small glass panes, and high step-over thresholds to block the water. But those reinforcements destroy the vision of an invisible boundary. To resolve this tension, Schüco developed the AS PD70.NI. It's an accelerator product built from the ground up specifically for the Asian market. In this climate, true luxury is defined by aesthetic serenity and the invisible engineering required to protect that serenity from tropical extremes. The first mechanical hurdle of panoramic design is the sheer physical scale and massive weight of the glass required for unbroken views. This diagram illustrates the scale of the AS PD70NI system. It is engineered to support monolithic glass panels standing up to 4.5 meters tall and weighing 500 kilograms. Moving a half-ton panel of glass effortlessly on its tracks without relying on bulky, visible motorized components requires significant mechanical precision. The focus shifts to the Interlock sightline, the vertical aluminum frame where these massive panels meet. To maintain the view, engineers shaved this vertical connection down to a profile of just 19 or 25 millimeters, despite the weight it must support. This visualization shows the performance of that 19mm frame. It is tested to hold firm against up to 600 pascals of dynamic wind and water pressure. The system hides industrial-grade structural strength behind a profile that appears impossibly thin. Below the glass and the vertical frames, the most difficult architectural challenge lies at the floor transition. A completely flat, barrier-free floor creates a paradox. By removing the physical step, you remove the primary obstacle that stops floodwaters and heavy rain from entering the home. The ASPD70.NI addresses this with 3 specific threshold options: dynamic, invisible, and zero level, each designed for high-performance water management. The zero-level threshold integrates floors without a trip hazard. Beneath this flush surface, a concealed drainage network diverts stormwater, ensuring 600 pascals of water tightness. Deep within these lower chambers, protected heavy-duty rollers allow the half-ton doors to glide smoothly. Achieving a flawless, barrier-free floor design is only possible when the mechanical complexity of water management is entirely concealed beneath the surface. When we view the finished structure, the engineering is contextualized within the final architectural vision. For architects and developers operating in Southeast Asia, these technical details have practical consequences for high-end real estate. Minimalist architectural visions no longer have to be compromised to meet regional weather safety standards. The system is also flexible, adapting to complex layouts like multi-track setups or open corner solutions without losing performance. This represents a shift away from defensive architecture that blocks the environment, moving towards integrated architecture that invites the landscape in safely. This specific balance of luxury and resilience is the result of developing products in Asia, specifically for Asian requirements. Ultimately, the architectural goal is peace of mind, the ability to live in a glass sanctuary that is as resilient as it is beautiful.